Major sounds in the kitchen cooking up, boy.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy MajorQuee, aka Major Sounds, and this is the Trending Topic Podcast. And I do have a special guest.
Hi, y'all. My name is Ashley from Broken Vase Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about an interesting conversation, getting a male and a female's perspective on relationships when it comes to the black community.
Yes.
So, what's wrong with these men out here? I'm just kidding.
What's wrong?
We're going to jump into it. So, what you think is like a huge problem to why relationships are not working when it comes to our community?
I feel like the roles are reversed.
Ah, the roles. So we talk about masculinity, femininity.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean? Like, why you feel like the roles are reversed?
I feel like the roles are reversed. You know, it's not really no. I'm not gonna be one. You know, say it's the woman like a lot of these YouTubers, or it's the woman. It's both of us really. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about offline, like basically, you know, a lot of women, you know, as far as like the military, you know, is mostly men dominant, you know what I'm saying? Male dominant. So you have to kind of bring some type of masculinity to the table to even, I don't want to say be accepted, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, not be accepted, like you said, it's more so like, I wouldn't even say fitting in really. It's like, if that's all it's like growing up like a male growing up in an all-female household. Right. It's like your femininity, like a feminine part of you is going to come out because that's all you're exposed to.
Right.
So that's when you're in an environment where it is, you know, masculinity being shown everywhere, you pick up on it as a woman.
Right.
And it happens, I guess, nowadays because back then, you know, women were not working. They were more at home, the nurturers taking care of the kids. And now we're out there with the men. So, you know, we have, that's a part of us.
Right.
And I guess it's like it doesn't shut off when you come home.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say that. Like at some point it have to shut off when you get home. You know, like men can go to a warehouse, work at a warehouse, or he can be a coach on the football field, or he can be a instructor or whatever in the military or something like that. But when he get home, he got to be, you know what I mean, a father, a husband, you know what I mean, a boyfriend or whatever. He got to tone it down basically. And I think that's what women need to do too. They might have to tone it down a little bit, you know, because out in the street, you might have to be this, you know, strong woman and this, you know, don't take no shit and independent and, you know what I mean? But when you get home, that's family, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be so tensed when you get home with the man. You know, depending on the man. Because if you come home and shit laid all over the floor, trash ain't took out, dishes ain't washed, then I can understand you feeling like a, you know, like a coach or like a, you know what I mean? I can understand you coming in with attitude, you know what I mean? But like we talked about offline, you said something about, you know, a lot of, when you was going through different states, you say men saying something about, like they don't talk to black women. Or
so like being in the military, I'm going to different states, you know, California to Alabama to Ohio to Texas, you know, and I always come across at least one black man that is saying I don't date black women because they have attitude or they too aggressive, and it's like, that's not all of us, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a part of it when it comes to being a black woman, society has, you know, just as hard as it is for a black man, it is hard for a black woman as well. Because not only are we seen as the weakest race, but we're also seen as the weakest sex.
Right.
So it's like it's hard for us.
But why you think you've been hearing that from black men? Like, why do you think black men are saying this?
Well, their experiences, but that's like saying if a black woman says, you know, I'm not gonna date a black man because all y'all dogs, like all of y'all don't take care of y'all kids. Like that's like putting my experiences with black men on all black men. That's not how all black men are. Like all black women don't have attitudes and
So why you think that they more happier with white women or any other nationality woman? Why do you think they more happy? Because in my eyes, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and y'all might not like this, but I feel like black men are more happier with the other, with the other side.
because
And you don't y'all viewers don't say what my mama say, because with a white woman you can get away with anything, or no, that's not. Every white woman don't allow a man to do everything he want to do. Every national, like every Chinese woman don't let a man go out and do whatever he want to do. They have they firm too, you know what I mean? So what's the reason why you think they more happier with the other side?
because they know how to be submissive to their man. It's hard to say they know how to be submissive to their man. A lot of black women don't. They don't submit to the person that they are with, and I think it's because as we're growing up, like there's a lot of single moms out there,
right.
A lot of single black mothers,
right? Speak
and
on
when
it.
they have to be the man and
Speak
the
on
woman when it comes to their kids. When a man does come into their life, they don't know how to dial it back or be like, okay, here you go, like you take on this role. Not saying that I don't feel like black women can't be submissive. I think they can be submissive, but it's hard for them to give that up when that's what they've been doing for survival, for their kids, for themselves.
Right. I agree. And I think everything is due to your upbringing too, because I know a lot of women online and just in general, they speak on like men financial, the financial issues.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing.
That's a big deal in 2023. This is the new generation, so women is getting paid, so they expecting, their expectations is kind of high, you know what I mean? Like,
but what bothers me when it comes to women about a man is nowadays it seems like that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
if
money.
He ain't got money, or if he ain't trying to bless my cash out,
right,
then I don't got no time for him.
Right.
And it's like, how do y'all men feel about that? Because some men they be with it. They be like, all right, here you go. They be paying for different stuff, sending money, paying bills, blah blah blah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I got a homeboy. I ain't gonna say his name, because I know he might not even want me to even. I don't think he'd give a damn. But I'm not gonna say his name. But he's a I'm not gonna say what he do either for work, because then everybody gonna start connecting the dots. So I'm not gonna say what he do for work, but he travels. You know what I'm saying? And he prefer.
So he get paid.
Huh?
He get paid. Good.
I mean, I don't know what's in his wallet, so it's not about the money what I'm speaking about. It's about why men, choose to pay like that. But when you start talking about
okay.
A lot of men, they rather, instead of, dealing with all of the back and forth and the issues with women and this, that, and the third, they rather just, pay that little money and no strings attached, and we go our separate ways. And a lot of men is like that, especially the ones that's on the road, you know what I'm saying? And
crazy.
Yeah. And then you have so many women that's what it's about. You got to think of the music, and I always go back to the music because I think music is like a soundtrack to black people's lives. Like, I think you got to think, you have so many nowadays, the women rappers, they sounding like men. You got females like Glorilla, no disrespect to her, but she sounds like a man. So it's like females are talking like men now. They not, you know what I mean? They not sensitive no more. Like, you had Destiny Child when they used to speak of let me cater to you. Now it's like, fuck you. And anything you stand for, I don't need you. I can do it on my own.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just,
I don't even know you, but fuck you.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's making it, and these young girls are growing up listening to it.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
they getting that. That's
Right.
their mindset. When
That's
it comes
their
to a man.
mindset.
It's like I don't need you. Like, what you mean? I got my own money. Like, I don't
Right.
need a man. But
And then with the guys, it's the same thing with the young guys. Like, they growing, like, there's no R&B no more. Like, when I was growing up, like, you had set the mood music. Like, so you was learning through the music. That's how I learned through the music how to be like sensitive to women. I didn't have a father, so the music kind of showed me how to like I said, you had set the mood music. Like, so it taught you how to be, I guess you could say like player, or it taught you how to be smooth. You know what I mean? When it comes to a woman, now they don't have that, so they just everything is about, hey, let me send it to my cash app.
Gentle.
Right. It taught you.
How to
Yeah.
be gentle, how to
Come
really,
on, man.
now
They
it's
not
like
doing it.
everything's aggressive.
Straight to the point. Hey,
There's no warm up period. It's
nah,
just like
nah. I got loud. I got the perks. You know what I'm saying? You got the. She got the. Send me some cash app. Okay, we finna get to it. Just straight, like, it's no, and I know it's people out there that actually, still go on dates and still go to the movies and things like that. But I feel like nowadays, I'm speaking to the youth too. Like, you got to start doing those things, doing those, I guess what they call now boring things, you know what I'm saying? Or lame things. You got to start learning the person that you're dealing with before you decide to say, this is my boyfriend or this is my girlfriend. You got to actually learn these people.
That
like
shit hard. I feel like people be changing every month. You don't know who the hell you be talking to nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy because I don't know if it's just the society we live in, that everything's so digital now. Everything's virtual. And it's all about technology. I have no clue.
Right.
But it's like, you think you spend that 6 months knowing somebody, and then month 7 they completely fucking different, and you like, who the hell is this?
Right.
Like, what happened to the
remember
nigga I was with for six
remember what we talked about offline, the small things, those small red flags. You women gotta start looking at the small things. It's not the big stuff. It's not, oh, he don't make enough money. It's not, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's the small little things, like how he treat his mama. If he got a good relationship with his mom, if, he got a good relationship with his kids, how, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's the real small things that really matters to me. That's how I look at it. It's the small things that matter, and the small things can turn into big things if you don't watch for them. So,
I mean, yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So with the red flags, right?
Right.
So nowadays, I feel like, speaking as a woman, a black woman, I feel like nowadays nobody trying to commit. So let's be real. Nobody's really trying to commit to one person and being like, this is my person, and doing what they need to do for that one person. So why is that? Like, why does it seem like men don't want to commit now?
Well, your upbringing, and I don't mean to speak on just my experience. I want to say majority of us, go through this. I want to say that, but I don't want, I know it's some men out here that wouldn't, feel the way I feel. So I'm just gonna say from my experience, I feel like growing up without that father figure, to show you, you know what I'm saying? Show you certain things, like show you, I mean, when your father gone, when he leave your mother, that's the first thing you lose the sense of, you don't, you know what I mean? It's like you don't get it. You don't know what commitment is. Once he gone, it's like you don't even, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and I know people stay with their father for the weekend and, chill with their daddy for the weekend. But at the same time, man, if your father leave your mother, then the commitment is pretty much out the damn window, unless you have some type of father figure that kind of can teach you that. And I don't think that he has to teach you that, but I think, you know what, I really do think we need that as black men. I think that's the main problem, because we don't have enough fathers sticking with their woman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go out and try new things. You know what I'm saying? You just bought a pair of shoes. Now you want to go buy another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, clean them shoes up. Them shoes might be a little old, you know what I'm saying? But clean them up a little bit. Put some bleach on them, you know what I'm saying? Bring them shoes back to life. You ain't got to always keep going out there buying different shoes, you know? And I'm, speaking in reference
And
to
I
female.
agree with that because
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays nobody's satisfied.
Mm-mm.
You can get you $10 million, but now you got the 10 million, but now you want 20 million. The 10 million. ain't
Beyonce
enough.
got cheated on. Beyonce got cheated on.
Right? It's like somebody she getting cheated on. Then what you think? You think?
And a
you
lot of
gonna
black
say-
women lose hope because they like, damn, if he cheated on Beyonce.
I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely looking at social media. Social media kills it. When you look at social media and you see, okay, this person Kim got cheated on. Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian, and look at her. Look how
Yeah.
much money she got. Look how far she is.
Right.
Beyonce got cheated on.
Right.
She the damn queen of the United
Right.
States, damn
Right.
queen of the world. It's
Right.
just like she got cheated on. So it's
Right. But then you have to think about too, though, they spend a lot of time apart from each other too. You know, we don't even think about that part. They not really in the household like we are on a consistent basis, day to day. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have that type of relationship that normal people would have. So maybe that's why, those type of people get cheated on that you wouldn't think would get cheated on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but I don't know. I want to talk about some of the issues with y'all women too. Now I want to get to it. Like what's happening, man? Because I know a lot of the men looking like we talking. But what's up?
Honestly,
Go
I
ahead.
feel women are tired. I'm just gonna go ahead and put we tired.
Yeah.
We're real tired.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
If you look at back in the day, women held down the household.
Right.
They held it down while the men was out there,
Right.
making the money. They was in the house raising the kids, making sure the house is clean. You got food. That's a job. Like I did that shit one
Right.
time. It ain't for me. It ain't cut out for the week. Let's just put it that way.
True.
That shit is a job.
True.
And it's
But
tiring.
shouldn't that come natural with a woman? That should come natural.
Just because something comes, what about a man?
It's
Let me
in
say
y'all
this. It should
DNA.
come
That shouldn't-
natural for them to be protectors. A lot
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
don't do that shit though.
What you mean protect this? Protecting what? Is he just running off if a dude come say, "Come here, bitch"? He gonna run off? Is that what you mean by protecting?
I mean
But-
everything, like protect your household at all costs.
Yeah, I think most men will do that. I think most men will protect their household at all costs. I mean, will you elaborate? What you protecting? You just mean like somebody walking up and trying to rob? Or?
And when we say protection,
Yeah.
us women, we ain't always speaking physically.
Oh, okay.
Because 9 times out of
Speak
10,
on it.
we ain't gonna.
Speak on it.
Mentally though, can you protect me mentally, emotionally?
Like what?
And
Now, cause see,
spiritually?
now I'm not
Can
understanding.
you not have like multiple baby mamas out here that I don't know about? Can you not have women calling my phone asking who I am
Right.
when we live together, when I pay bills, when I got your kids here? Like, can we
Right.
not have that?
But
go
that's
on?
not. Is that protection?
Can we not get someone else pregnant while I'm pregnant?
But But I'm saying that's not part of being protected. I mean,
That is protecting your woman, because when you break down somebody's mental,
right.
everything else go.
Are you
when
saying
break
protect their mental? That's what you say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
protecting them mentally,
Right.
emotionally, spiritually, that's protection.
Right.
Like, when men fail to realize, like, protecting your woman from another man, like y'all in the club and this man come up speaking
Right,
reckless,
right.
that ain't all protection.
Well, that's what we think when you say protection.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what a lot of
'Cause
men
y'all
think,
be
like,
so-
I'm protecting what's mine physically.
Yeah, but
it's like you're not protecting her emotionally by
Right.
having all these females out here, because if you break down a woman mentally,
right.
that woman is done. Like, it's hard to come back when you done been broken down like that.
I get it. I do get it. But I mean, what do you feel about like financials? Like men with having financial issues. Like, what do you feel about that? Like,
What do you mean financial issues? Like, they can't keep a job, or they gambling so much that we losing money? And all
no. I'm
that?
talking
Or they
about.
just don't have.
I'm talking about just not having. Maybe you have a better job than he has, and a lot of relationships go through that because she had a better job. She may feel some type of way, or she might feel like he's not doing enough, and that's
I
what
would
I'm
say
at.
this, as a woman, I've never been with a man that made more money than me. Never.
Wow.
And I've been married twice.
Wow.
I've never been with a man who made more money than me. And
But is that a bad thing?
It don't bother me. It don't bother me because as for me, like speaking as who I am as a woman, I'm gonna do what I need to do for money. Like
right.
Not saying like that. Now, hold up.
Bring it back.
I'm hold on. Let's ring it back in. I'm a do me when I go out there and I'm working.
Right.
I'm gonna work. Like I've never been a stay at home anything.
Right.
So I'm gonna work outside of my household for my family.
Right.
That's always been my mindset.
Right.
So it's never been a big deal with me. But
why? But why you think it's a big deal, especially if he's handling his part? Like, why do women still feel like, even though he ain't getting paid more, maybe he's still handling his part? Like, what, what's the big deal?
Honestly, I feel like society has made it that way. I feel like it's peer pressure. Right. As a woman, mm-hmm. you want to feel like although they say like
secure or whatever.
Yeah, and although they say like women, you are the prize, like men should be winning you. Women, we secretly want to feel like we won the jackpot with whoever that we're with.
A trophy.
When you a woman, you got your man, you go and you see somebody, look at what my man bought me, like he bought me this purse and stuff. A lot of women, they be like, damn, like I want my nigga to do that for me. Like I want him to buy me walk in a room and there's a whole bunch of roses on the floor.
Take notes.
I want him to take me to Paris. Like her nigga took her to Paris. Like why can't I go to Paris? I feel like it's secretly a competition for women to feel like they won with their man.
Right.
And even though he's pulling his share weight when it comes to the finances, I feel like it's always that I want more because I see other people with more.
Now, to my man, that's an issue with the woman, right? Because she's seeing, you know what I'm saying? She's seeing what the other girls have, and then she's saying, well, I want that, or I want that. That's an issue too, though, on a woman's part. 100%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in being grateful, for what you have, because
100%.
At the end of the day, you might not have a man that have a boatload of money and doing this, but what comes with having a man with that's making six figures and taking care of everything. See, most women, they want a man to be able to take care of everything, right? They were not saying they want it, but they would love to have a man that could take care of everything, and they just go out and spend their money. But what come with that, right?
What?
It never fails. It never fails.
Say it.
You know what come with a man that take care of everything in the household. And she goes out and be able to spend her check. It's gonna be some stuff come with that. It's gonna be, you already know it. Y'all already know it's gonna be some stuff that come with that, man. The man gonna go out here and do what he wanna do. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he wanna do. I don't know why. I'm not saying that it's right, but that's what happens. So when females say they want this guy that's making 6-7 figures, whatever, you got to understand.
So is that why y'all want us to submit? Because y'all want to be able to do what y'all want to do? That's what I feel like.
No, that don't have nothing to do with submitting.
I don't know.
But see, we're not talking about submitting. We talking about a woman that want this type of guy that can take care of everything.
Yeah.
It's going to come with some, him taking care of everything.
Yeah, because it's like if you taking care of everything and I'm out here doing, what can you say to somebody that's taking care of everything? It's either you do one or two things. You get on board or you get the fuck out.
Right.
Like that's the only two options you have because it's like, what leg do you have to stand on?
Right.
If they're taking care of everything.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm not saying that it's right. I feel like it's so, if you committed to somebody.
And they so big on, I need a man that can handle me. I need a man that can handle me. A lot of girls are saying this now. I need a man that can, we ain't trying to handle you. We ain't trying to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Man work hard all day. He ain't trying to come home and handle you. You know what I'm saying? He trying to come home. Like, I'm trying to
learn that. So I did say that, but I didn't mean it that way. I did say, like, if somebody asked me, what type of man you want? I just want somebody that's able to handle me. And I didn't mean it like that, like handle me like I'm a problem or you got to bring a solution to handle me. I ain't mean it like that. I mean somebody that's on my level. Somebody that is like they can bring what I'm bringing to the table.
Right.
They got the fight in them like I got the fight in me.
Right.
They they can handle that. Because a lot of men I come across, they can't.
But do women even know how to be, romantic anymore? Like, is
What you talking?
I'm just saying, like, do women know how to do these things anymore? Because I think that's the problem. I think that's part of the problem. Let me say that.
What?
Women ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And we can't keep saying, well, it's a different generation. Nah, but still, you still a woman and I'm still a man, regardless of the generation. You know what I'm saying? Are women still doing things romantically nowadays? Or they out here living their best life? Or they out here on some hot girl shit? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't speaking of all women. I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, it definitely has changed. I mean, that's why I said women have grown tired. When you get to realize that being by yourself brings more peace than being with the nigga that's out here cheating and having babies and doing all that crazy stuff, then it's like... I'm by myself. I'm gonna do it. You can do what you want to do. You can go out and be hot boy. Why can't I go out and be hot girl?
Yeah, but
I want to be a dog too.
But I mean, how does that look though? How does that look as a woman? Like, so when you tired of being a hot girl and you want to be a chill girl.
See, why is it so easy for men to do that though?
What?
For them to be dogs and for them to be a hot boy, and when they get ready, they always seem to find the perfect one that's like, despite your 30 years of bullshit.
Hey,
we got the life now.
Right.
But for women, you do 30 years of bullshit, then your whole image about you is just tainted.
I don't know. I'm a real dude. I'm not on here trying to be all proper and professional. So I'm going to just say a man can't get wore out. A woman can have miles on her, you know what I'm saying? And it's different. That's why I feel like it's different. Because too many men going in and out of that, you know what I'm saying? You got all of, you know what I mean? It's that's why I feel like it's different. You know what I mean? Like, I got experience with, a few women, and I can tell the I don't want to get sexual and all that, but I can tell the difference with a woman that's done been, with a few men versus a female that, you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Versus a female that's, I can tell the difference from a hot girl versus a female that's,
That's crazy because it's like, as a woman, you would want a man that, I wouldn't say that's hoeing out here. You would want a man that know what he's doing.
Right.
How a female gonna know what she doing if she ain't doing it?
What you mean?
Like, if she ain't getting out there like you getting out there, how she gonna know what she like and don't like and what to do and what not to do?
See, the women problem is they get out there and they start, some of them. So some girls don't have no conscience like some men. Y'all out there. Y'all, and shout out to y'all, because I don't know where y'all come from, Jupiter or wherever.
I think that's the light. Just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's some women that don't, but I think those women that don't care, they didn't have a solid background. So the ones that be living that hot girl life with no kind of conscience about nothing, I think they didn't grow up. They probably had some,
came across the devil.
Some kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
It is a thing, like heartbreak. That will change who you are as a person 100%. You get your heart broken bad enough, you're going to be a completely different person.
I don't think I ever got my heart broke. I don't think I ever, because, I never allowed myself to get my heart broke. I always lived by, like I told you before, like, I grew up where I didn't have, I was the type of person I wanted to be just like my daddy. Like, when he was gone out my life, nobody else could come in and be a father figure. I was one of those type of kids. Like, you couldn't be. My mother can bring in a dude, but I would look at him like, you here for her. You're not here for me. Mm-hmm. So how I grew up, and a lot of my friends grew up, we taught each other, which is the worst way to grow up, to teach each other how to treat women, because you know how that's gonna go. Yeah. You know how, man, you get a group of men together, it's not gonna be good.
It's all a competition. I did this. Like, you should do this.
Yes.
I'm about to go get her too. I'm about to do this.
Right. It started as kids. We go to the dance, and I bet you I can get this amount of numbers. You know what I'm saying? I bet you, but we never was taught like to be with one female. You know what I'm saying? We was
So when y'all come out and y'all grow
Yeah,
up,
grow
and
up,
then
grow
y'all
up,
are
grow up.
like,
Yeah.
you know, still on that mindset, and you with women, and you get you a solid one. So one thing that kills me about men, y'all will find y'all a solid woman, and y'all will
still
still
do
fuck
it.
up.
Still fuck up. I
And
can't explain
bad
it.
too, and then she will take you back,
Right.
and then you will do it again, and it's just like, how
Well,
many times does a woman have to go through a certain amount of suffering? Because to men, when it comes to like, I don't know how y'all feel when it comes to like a woman stepping out on y'all and treating y'all wrong. Y'all
men hurt.
take it to the
Men
chin.
hurt way worse than women.
Ooh, I
Men,
don't
men,
know.
men, man, you ain't seeing it because it depends on the female. If she's not a cheater, she probably won't never seen how it is if she, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not a cheating type of female, you probably don't understand. But if you have cheated before and seen his reaction to cheating, it's crazy. I think men is worse than women when it comes to cheating. Like as far as how he feels about it, men can't handle it. Well, a woman can take that shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
And you know, I heard somebody say,
yeah, women
I
can't.
can't
A man
remember
can't handle it.
who said it, but she was like, I think I agree with you on that, because when she said it made sense. She said when it comes to men,
Yeah.
y'all don't expect it.
Nah.
But when it comes to women, it's like we almost
Already-
go in it like,
already,
damn, like,
he probably-
I wanted this nigga cheating.
Right,
I wanted this
right,
nigga talking to this bitch.
right,
Like, who is
right.
that hoe?
That's
Like,
real. That's real.
So we kind of like preparing ourselves like, bitch, it might go down, it might not. So
Exactly.
just so
you
know.
already on go.
But with y'all,
Yeah.
y'all are more like, nah, she fucked me. Like,
Yeah,
she
right.
got me, like, she locked down. Like, she ain't talking to nobody, blah, blah, blah.
I think nowadays most men, I'm not gonna say because I'm not in the, but I think for most men, I think they on guard nowadays.
Yeah.
Because everybody hot girls.
Yeah.
So
it's
now,
out there. Like, it's out there now.
yeah.
It's like,
So now everybody's on go. Like everybody's on alert. That's why you got so many dudes that want to check your phone and want to. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't check phones.
I had my phone
don't-
checked one time. It was weird.
Don't go
I ain't
looking
never
for-
had that happen. I
don't-
was like, what's going on?
Men don't check phones, man. Don't go looking for stuff because you might find it.
I check phones.
So women gonna do that. She just said she check. Women gonna do
check.
that.
Like, if I have a feeling,
right,
oh, I'm gonna look.
right. But how are we supposed to trust each other if every minute that's what what's it,
If you give me a reason not to, because to me, like, I can't speak for all women, but I monitor behavior.
Right.
And if I see something change in your behavior and I ask you and what you tell me don't make sense, now I can't trust you because to me, you lied to me because you ain't tell me the truth.
True.
And every time I look, it always be some shit.
Yeah.
It always be some shit. I'm like, see?
Yeah. That's true, man. That's true. Like it's definitely true, man. Everything you saying, I think men got a lot of issues. I think mine, though, me personally, I don't know about other men, but I think mine it comes from, just not having both parents in the household, and not being able to have a man to take you to get your hair cut, take you to the park, or take you to a dance and be like, make sure you do this and make sure you put, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you chew some gum so you I think that little stuff like that do be mattering. But once they get older, and you asked that question before we started talking about the last thing, well, you asked that question a while ago, like, what about when y'all get older and what about when y'all become men and whatever? But that's the thing. If they've been doing the same thing for years and years and years and years, that makes it hard. Like, that makes it hard to make that transition. If he been a player for 20-something years and now he in his 30s, it's going to be very hard for him to make that transition to be a family man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's where women do have to be sensitive, right?
Right. Understand
but
it.
It has to be communicated. You cannot sit there and lie and say that, oh, I'm with you, just you. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's just me and you.
It be
and
lying.
doing other stuff. Like, you got to communicate. That's what you want. And the right run for you, they may stick in there and deal with that shit.
Right.
At least give somebody a choice.
Right.
They be like, nah, I'm not with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Facts.
Vice versa, when it comes, like you said, when you've been doing something for so many years and it's hard to transition, that's the same thing when it comes to women who have been living like halfway through their masculinity, like half with masculinity and half with femininity. It's hard to transition to be 100%
That's
feminine.
right.
Like that's a hard. So I think both sides have to be sensitive to the fact that society has like altered our whole view when it comes to relationships.
It has, but we have to find a common ground, when it comes to understanding each other. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the problem. Nobody trying to understand. Everybody saying, well, I'm right, you wrong for this, or no, it ain't like that, you wrong, it's like this. And that's why I only speak for my, I kind of try not to speak in my experience. I try to speak in general, but everybody ain't went through what I went through. So, my whole thing to our whole thing is just to find some type of common ground, find a resolution. We're not trying to beef back and forth, have, women feeling like, and it's like I told you before, it's a lot of men. It's like, it's just coming more and more. It's coming out that a lot of men creating YouTube channels, basically like talking down on women. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's mostly targeted towards black women. Like, you got a podcast. I don't know if I don't want to call it a podcast, but I know it's a YouTube channel called Passport Bros. Yes, passport. If you passport, bro, that means he traveling to other places to get women, because the one is in America is not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that thing, and it's going, like, it's getting bigger and bigger. Like, his podcast is growing. So like and it's a lot of guys in the comments, like, and they really own that. Like, and they be black guys, they own it. So. And my thing is too, like, it's sad because we do these things and come out with these channels and these videos talking down on black women, and that's giving the white men, like, y'all not even thinking about how because I see the comments, and the white men be saying things that I feel like they shouldn't say about black women. You know what I mean? But we allowing it, just like with women, black women. They allow it because they always dogging black men. And they allow white women to come in and say certain things. And, like, for instance, let me talk about this, right? I don't know if you heard about this. Michael B. Jordan. Have you heard about what happened with him?
No.
So Michael B. Jordan, I guess he may be currently dating a white girl, right? I thought he was with Steve Harvey's daughter.
No, she broke up with him.
Okay, she broke up with him. Okay, so Michael B. Jordan must be with a white girl or something like that. So this black girl that he was on the red carpet for the Creed 4, 3, is it 3? Yeah, 3. So he was on the red carpet. So he come down the red carpet, and this black girl that went to school with him was there to talk to him. She was a reporter. So when he walked up to her, she said something about him being I forget what she said. You saw that?
Yeah, he was like,
like, but I'm the corny kid,
and it was. No, I didn't. He was like, no, I heard you.
Right,
cool.
But it was a big deal, and the reason why I bring this up, because I've been wanting to talk about this. A lot of men start, like Joe Budden and all of them, start attacking him for what he said, like as if he cussed her out or something like that. And like, the thing is, we got to stop trying to protect black women. Just if Michael B. Jordan was dating a black woman and that girl would have said that to him, nobody would have tried to protect her for, I guess, whatever Michael B. Jordan said. If you kind of get what I'm saying. Okay. But because he with a white woman, now everybody's, you shouldn't have said that to her. Or
what white woman was he with?
I don't know what kind of. Somebody said something about he dating white girls or something now.
I know he posted pictures with his co-host, with the girl that played in it. I don't think she white.
Me personally,
or I think she mixed. Maybe I don't
something know. Like that. It's something like it was some talk about. It was just some talk about him dating white girls or whatever. So that's why I'm mentioning this about black men only try to protect, black women. They don't do it like I said.
When the other races involved.
Right, when the other races involved. It's like don't get on this, we gotta protect our black women because you see him he may be with a white girl or something like that. Because if Michael B. Jordan was with a black woman, that girl that reporter would have been drugged. She would have got drugged. Like, why she was, you know what I'm saying? because he was saying like when he was in school, she thought he was a corny dude. And I felt like that was, I didn't feel like it was an issue with him saying that.
Yeah,
like
no, it wasn't. Because I know on another podcast they were saying like, yeah, good for him for saying that, because when you treat people bad and then you meet them later on down the road,
look where he at.
Look at the spots y'all in.
Right. So, look at the yeah.
But I do feel what you're saying, like when it comes to protecting like black women, it always seemed like you get on board when the other races is involved, but it's just like you should be on board the whole ride.
Yeah,
like don't be on board when another race is involved, because now it's about race. Now
it's about race,
instead of what it needs to be about.
Right, because like I said, if Michael B. Jordan was with a black woman, Joe Budden he wouldn't have said any of that. He wouldn't have been trying to like, dog him. Not dog him. He was just saying like, this is you at the best point of your life, and you gonna say that to this girl or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, man, hey, he just, letting her know I was the corny dude, but now I'm the best looking guy on the planet now. Now, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even think he didn't do. I watched it.
He didn't say that out of line.
Yeah, he didn't say it in a rude way. I mean, that to me, that's a prime example of not being fake.
Right.
It's just like you were being authentic, but you were also being a gentleman
and professional.
Crazy. You were being a gentleman and professional. Yeah. And authentic, and you said you got your point across.
And
like, he wasn't rude about it.
Right, he wasn't rude, and it goes back to like, what type of women, like black women, they they don't like the corny dudes, they don't like the L7s, they you know what I'm saying, the guys that all he want to do is just work and come home.
I don't even think that's just black women. I think that's women. I think that's people. Period. I think we tend to want things that we can't get. We tend it's true. Like the rejection turns into obsession.
Right.
Like when something rejects you, you want it more. You want.
But why want the bad boy
chase.
though?
It's the chase over the catch.
You want the bad boy. Like, you want the dude that's materialistic. You know what I'm saying? Like why? I mean, why you just can't get a regular dude, like somebody that ain't in the street, somebody that ain't trying to portray some type of hard, like try to get and I think that's where you're losing that, because other nationalities, they don't, I don't think some like, I'm gonna be clear, white women, they like bad boys too. I've seen, white girls say, oh, I don't like, I like somebody with an edge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's one word.
What?
Fun.
It's more fun. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
all. You get a thrill.
It's that
it's
simple.
A thrill.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And when you having fun, like think about all the things that you do, like the times where you genuinely had fun.
Right.
That you were thinking about consequences.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
And the next steps to that. Like, you wasn't thinking about, you was having fun. So right. I feel like,
but you rather have fun or a good man.
A good man for sure, but I'm just speaking like as why people. I feel like people really do go for stuff that they shouldn't be going for. Fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to have fun. The thrill of it.
Yeah, the thrill of it is it's a temporary fun, and then you in that fun and you think that I can stay here forever, but that ain't a forever fun.
True.
That's temporary.
Yeah,
and definitely. Now you about to have a forever heartbreak, a forever memory of this fucked up individual.
Right. So like, what you feel about like? I guess we talked about it, but let me go on my little notes real quick. This is something we ain't talked about, like, educated women that, when they become educated, they start like, like we seen movies like with Tyler Perry movies where they start. Not
the Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah, I don't even get into that, but I'm just using that as a reference because what was that movie with Taraji P. Henson, and she was like a
Acrimony.
Was it?
No, which one? Because she in a couple of them.
Was it Tyler Perry? It might have been Think Like a Man, maybe.
Oh.
Where she was like.
Oh.
And he was like a cook or something like that, and.
Yeah,
she was
very successful, like a successful businesswoman.
Right. Like, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it'd be a lot of women that's
Well, they go back to like the money part, like feeling like you. I think so here we go. I think when it comes to that financially, from a woman's standpoint, I think we feel like we need to have somebody on our level or above our level when it comes to financial. And I feel like that's what we measure out. If he make the money, then he a good man.
But how?
Or he make more, he's a good man. I feel like that's what a lot of women think about. But I don't even think it should be about the money. It should be like if they are on your same level as their mindset.
Yeah.
Is their mindset on the same? Because you can have, how many people were started homeless but got millions now? It's their mindset. It's not about their money in their pocket right now. It's about their mindset. Because how many people you know had millions and lost millions?
Facts.
In the same year.
And then too, it's like you know sometimes, and I know women be saying, I ain't got time to be trying to help build no man up. I hear a lot of women say that, but it's like you don't understand. Sometimes people need that. Sometimes somebody need a man. Let's just say a man. A man may need a woman that can kind of put something in him to make him want to go out and do more.
And I don't even think it's built. I don't even think anybody could really build up a person. I feel like you can support a person you can support a person to the point where it triggers the motivation and the drive in them that's been there, but you just triggering it.
Facts.
Then they do what they need to. They build themselves up.
Yeah.
I don't. If you ever have to build it, we ain't God. Like if you ever gotta build a person, that's crazy. Like you should never have to build a person. But you support them.
Right. But but the women that might be thinking like, I don't know, like the type of you once you get with a guy, you'll know the type of guy that you can, like you said, trigger something. You know what I'm saying? You'll see something in him. You know what I mean? Because if he go to work every day, coming home, and he just sitting down watching TV, then obviously he ain't got no kind of ambition to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But most women, you can see it in a man because he's constantly trying to figure out another way to, bring in some revenue some kind of way. You know what I mean? So
and I think that's the difference. When you get to a point where you're bringing an idea to somebody versus them bringing an idea to you, and you like bringing more stuff out of that, then that's the difference. But you having somebody sitting around and you come there, oh, I think you should get a job. Like, what you think? You think you should like be working? Like, I think so.
In 2020,
when they come to you like, hey, like I think I'm gonna actually get another job. What you think about that? Oh, well, babe, I think that could work. What you thinking about? Oh, I was thinking about starting this business. Okay, what type of business? That's the difference. But when they bring the ideas to you and you just having that simple conversation that ask those questions like what's your vision, what you thinking about, like what's your visual, like walk me through it, that triggers something in a person where it gets, okay, somebody give a fuck about what I'm talking about right now, so let me go ahead and talk. And then you know how you just be talking and then shit just pop up, you be like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Right. So just that shit alone helps. And then you just gotta be, it's just gotta be supportive of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be supportive of each other. Like you can't just, because you find something wrong with the other, you know what I'm saying, your other half, you just back away and not. And I think that's why our relationships as black people don't last, because we so quick to back out and quit. You know what I'm saying? We don't work hard to try to make something work. You know what I'm saying? Like I obviously if it's not working out after so long, let it go. If you feel like, if you're a female or you well, I'm gonna just speak for the women because it's mostly be on the women. But if you feel like this relationship ain't going nowhere after maybe 10, 15, let me just say, like, let me bring it back because that's too long. Nah. I ain't gonna say months and days. You got to give it a little more time than just some months and days. But let's just say like maybe 5, 6 years. And you just don't see it going nowhere. Y'all hadn't moved you know what I'm saying? Y'all hadn't moved up nowhere. Nobody's getting a better job. Everybody's in the same predicament. Then I understand you feeling like you want to back out of it. But when y'all are doing things together collectively and y'all are, being partners, you know what I mean? I feel like it's worth sticking around just to, you know what I mean? Because you can't keep backing out. Look at like when we speak of like people back in the past, man, like,
in the 50s and the 60s. They went through. You know how much they was going through.
A whole lot of shit that
Did
we
you
don't
know?
even.
Did you know that Martin Luther King was cheating on his wife?
Oh yeah. I heard
Right,
that, yeah.
but for the sake of the cause,
Yeah.
she did not stress him. For the sake of the cause, she did not stress him. She did not make a big scene like how say it's 2023. Oh, women be like, he a cheater. He ain't real, y'all. He ain't real.
But you know, with that though, cause you like with the woman, I feel like a woman will take a man back if he cheated.
Yeah.
Do you feel like majority of men will take a woman back after she done cheated on him?
Yeah.
Majority. You feel like a majority of men would take their woman back
After he called y'all all kind of bees and hope and yeah, I think he will. Men are suckers. Men are suckers.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel?
I really do feel like that.
I'm not just about to say
men put up a good. They put up a good front, but men eventually will take that woman back. All she got to do is grab on his booty or something like that, and kind of tug on this and that, and he'll be right back in it. It's gonna take him a while, you know what I'm saying? But I think men I know how men is, and I've seen it before. I've seen multiple men that I'd be like, damn, like you still talking to her after she did this or that, like. You know what I'm saying? I got people now, and I'll be like, I ain't gonna say no name, but nothing like that. But I'll be like, damn, you still messing with her? And you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that the person done told me. And I'm like, damn, he still. But it is what it is. But we talking about like sophisticated people that's working class people. She works a good job. He works a good job. Stuff may be rocky or whatever the case may be, but you gotta work it out, man. You gotta work it out. You gotta, look at your grandma, look at your mama, or maybe not your mama, because a lot of our mamas, they wasn't married or whatever. But look at your grandma, look at your great grandma. Look how long they stuck. Let me tell y'all something, man. I don't know how far we in. How far we in? I don't know. We may be an hour in, but anyway. My grandmother, man, let me tell you about my grandmother, Hazel, because I'm originally from New Jersey, but I spent most of my life in Georgia, so shout out to the Georgia boys out there. Shout out to South Carolina, too, because I've been up here for about 8 years, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to the Metro, you know what I'm saying? But my grandmother met my grandfather. Well, my grandfather... he was Jamaican, right? So my grandmother, they lived in. I think they started out in New York and then came to New Jersey. So my grandfather, he was, he was terrible when it came to he was in the military. Put it like this: he was in the military, and when he used to come, hopefully, if you watching this, I'm saying this, I'm right, I'm on point, but I'm just saying how you taught me, you know what I mean? But anyway, when he came from, had his military guys come to the house and stuff, he was terrible to my grandmother. Like, she was spicky. She was one of the type that was like, you can eat off her flows. But he would come home and spit on the flows, do all kind of disrespectful stuff to her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say, even though he did that stuff to her, I still knew, he still was there. They wasn't together. You know what I'm saying? But he would do all of these things that my mother told me about what he would do to my grandmother. But even though he was that type of person, she still allowed him to live. Like, she had a house that had 3 floors, and he lived in the top floor. But she was in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was that type of person to her, she still, allowed him to live with her. You know what I'm saying? She might wasn't intimate with him or nothing like that, but I'm saying that to say we can't just be quick to give up, you know what I'm saying? Even though this person may be like this or that, and I'm sure she probably dealt with more than just him acting a damn fool, you know what I mean? But still, I think back in the day, they kind of cared a little more about the people that they was dealing with, you know what I'm saying? I don't recall them ever being married or anything like that, but for her to still allow him, to still live with her after all the stuff that he put her through, you know what I'm saying? We need more of that, nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I think we need more of men who are not trying to put women through anything. It's like, why does a person? Why do you have to? One, we already getting tested enough. You know what I'm saying? Like even just being a woman, you're being tested. I mean, we have periods every month. Like we being tested. Trust. So it's just like.
So they wasn't being tested back in the day.
But I'm not saying they wasn't being tested
worse
back in the
than
day.
y'all.
But I'm saying today.
But worse.
Are they really being tested to the point where you have to test your woman so often to just push her to the point where I'm about to see if she really down for me? I'm about to.
I hope y'all ain't thinking like that, man.
Like,
I hope y'all not thinking like that.
I feel like we're humans. We make mistakes. If you cheat and you see how detrimental that is to not only your relationship but your woman, shouldn't that be enough for you to be like, she accepted me back? I cheated. I fucked up. I ain't gonna do that shit no more because I see like how detrimental it was to her and you know her mental, our relationship. I'm not gonna do that no more. I feel like one time passed, that's good. But when you say like when you cheating and she catching you, take you back. It's just like at some point, bro. Like
I
come
get
on
it.
now.
I get it.
Come on. Like let's not do the same mistakes over and over and over again. Like you do the shit one time.
Right.
Cool, we get past it, but I honestly, after that point, it's a choice. Like you're choosing yourself over your relationship and over your woman.
Right. Well, let's talk about this too now. When y'all get into a relationship now, y'all got to keep shit rolling now. Don't get into a relationship after after that 5-year mark. Stuff slows down.
Like what?
Like things don't go the way they used to go after that 5-year mark. So after that 5-year mark, you have to keep the shit rolling, keep the ball rolling, keep stuff interesting.
Do you know how? Okay, so do you know how? And I'm assuming you talking about like the shit that a woman used to do before y'all really got
the shit that women used to do when you fell in like. Cause that's why it's so good to fall in like, y'all. But when you fall in love. Oh, everything. It's a lot that started changing. You know, it's a lot that started changing when you fall in love. So when you was liking somebody, I think that, you know, things was so just like everything was like, oh, everything was love. Everything was great. You know what I'm saying? But then when you fall in love, it's like everybody got to start paying bills and stuff like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you got to keep shit rolling. Like me personally, I'm the type of person where like I'm a character if I'm with a woman. Like I like to talk crazy to my, you know, talk shit. I even talk shit to the kids. I got 2 boys. I talk crazy to the kids. It's just my personality because I don't like a quiet, boring house. Like I don't like a loud house either. Like you know, it's quiet right now, but I don't like I like to kind of like joke around and might be like, you know, just saying weird stuff just to get some laughs going or something like that. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of that get drowned out because of, you know, bills and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I get it, but it's like you gotta keep stuff in motion now.
And I think that goes for both sides. I can't tell you how many. Well, so it was one guy that I was dating, and in the beginning, it was, let me take you out here. Let me take you out to this restaurant. I got the perfect restaurant.
Right.
Let me take you out to get coffee. Let me take you out to the ice cream. Let's go walk on the beach.
Right.
And as soon as I was like, damn, I like this person.
It stopped.
Never asked me again. It always was me initiating, like, you want to go do something? You want to do this? Or we always stayed in the house. Like, we always stayed in the house. We never went anywhere. So it's just like, at that point, when you stop doing stuff that you would normally do to get my attention, why you think you stopped? Because honestly, I feel like with a lot of men, it is about the chase. It's about like, I'm about to see. How many men you heard? I bet you I can get her. Yeah. Hey,
that's damn near every man.
Let me see. I bet you I can get her.
That's
and then
good,
it's just like, it's from that point, from day one, it's
once
about
he got
the
her,
chase.
it's like.
And then once you got, like, I literally had, the last guy I was dating, he literally told me, he was like, and this was after we was like deep in.
Right.
This wasn't a get to know you conversation. Because if it was, it would have been a red flag for me. But he was like, you know, I get into situations, and when the woman tells me that she loves me, I stop having feelings for her.
Wait a minute,
Not bullshitting.
cause I'm on this cup, y'all. So wait a minute. So
Not bullshit.
hold up. So he told you what? Say that again.
He said once a woman tells him that she loves him, like once she starts feeling love for this person or tell him, then he stops having feelings. 100%. Like he just can't move past that point. So he would do everything to get that woman to have the feelings. Right. And then once she does, that's when it's like it cuts off for him.
Audience, every man ain't like that. Every man ain't like that, audience. That dude, he a dog ass nigga. Whoever he is, you know, and I love my men. I love to stick up for my men, but I can't stick up for that right there. That's messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that crazy?
That's messed up.
And I'm like, to me, I'm like you how you did, like, hold on, repeat that again. That was me. I ain't never heard that shit before. I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, like this happened like 2 other times.
So why? So he might as well not even try to be in no relationship. I know I said it at the beginning of the video, but like what would he? I mean, what's the conclusion? What's the solution? Like the real solution? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not just individually experiences. Just like what do we have to do to show the youth and the people, the younger people that's watching, like, you know, and you know, to keep them from making these same mistakes that we've been talking about in our individual lives. Like, what do we have to do? Like, what is it
lead
to
by
do?
example.
Lead by example.
We
And that's
have
what
to
we trying to do.
100% lead by example. One thing I cannot stand is somebody telling me I need to do something that they can't show me how to do it. It's like you need to go go to the gym more.
Right.
But you ain't never been to the gym.
Right.
You need to stop smoking.
Right.
But you smoke.
Exactly.
It's like you have to lead by example. You can't tell somebody, bro, you need to stop fooling around your girl. You know your girl love you, but you got 10 girls waiting on you to return their call.
Facts.
It's just like we gotta lead by example. 2, we have to understand how important it is, not only for ourselves. I feel like nowadays we think only about us as individuals and not that what we do actually is pushed off to the next generation. Facts. And the next generation and the next generation. We don't think about our sons and our daughters, our granddaughters and our grandsons. We don't think about that stuff. We think about, oh, let me live in the life. Let me live in the moment. I only got one life to live. But your DNA is ran through. Right. Once you gone, your DNA still here. It is. Like you are still here. Facts. Once you gone.
Facts.
And we don't think about that.
Yeah.
So,
and I think we just need to, you know, we all just need to, you know, take some time to really think. Like I said, take time to figure out who this person is that you're dealing with. Stop just jumping into it after like 2 or 3 weeks y'all are talking and he, you know, blowing your mind, and next thing you know, you in his bed. Like take more time out to figure this person out. You know, like I said, like, you know, see how he treat his mom, see how he treat his kids, if he taking care of his kids. Like really analyze this person. Now you don't got to be just sitting there like, let me see what you know what I'm saying? But you know, just try to, you know, really like analyze the guy, see what he up to, see what his moves is, and if he ambitious, and you know, and I think, you know, for women, but for the men, y'all gotta quit thinking with you gotta quit thinking with your dick. You gotta quit thinking with your dick and think with your brain. You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to get these hot girls, man. These hot girls ain't for you. They for the streets. So if they for the streets, leave them in the streets.
Some of the hot girls.
Some of them. All of the hot girls. I'm going to be real with you. If you young out there, man, forget about them hot girls, man. Get you a wholesome girl or something like that. Get you somebody that work a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's ambitious and somebody that want a future, you know what I mean? And I guess we could just end it out like that, you know what I mean? Tell them where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on YouTube. I got my own Broken Vase Snapchat too, because I love me some Snapchat. I hate Instagram. But I'm on Instagram too. So the Broken Vase podcast, you can find me on there. We have a couple of episodes. We just getting started, but we just getting our feet wet for a long journey. Long journey. It's gonna be a long, nice journey.
And I appreciate you helping me out. And you know, I'm always willing to help you out whenever you need. And because I just started started this podcast as well. So uh, y'all already know where y'all can find me. It's MajorQuee, aka Major Sounds. Go to YouTube. Go to Instagram. Find me at Instagram. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Snapchat, but you can find me on Instagram. Major Sounds with 2 Z's. And I guess we gonna be out. You already know what it is. Let's go.